The Kevin Sutton Show. The Kevin Sutton Show. The Kevin Sutton Show.
Google me, baby. I'm almost famous.
Kevin Sutton Show live. We back again.
Swing the remix God.
Oh, yeah. You thought it was over, baby, but it's not. This is the Kevin Sutton Show, but we're on the Soapbox, and we're talking about local and national politics and entertainment. That's where it's at. So we got a couple of things for you, a little bit of stuff you ain't know about, a couple of feedbacks. We were like, oh, we can't be completely gone. So we got to make sure people understand that my girl Mayra, with the ladies' point of view, or now the commissioner with the ladies' point of view, got a lot to say.
I'm back, baby.
And then, you know, the man with all the predictions, he knew that we were going to get back to this table. Do you know who I'm talking about? Phil Stradamus.
It's been a while.
Time Warp Tuesday?
That'll be a good thing.
Wrestling was, wait, what day is it?
Actually, I wouldn't mind a Wrestling Wednesday. Do you know at the county we put in a bid for WrestleMania?
Oh, I hope you guys get it.
I hope we do too. I've been promised.
How much was that bid?
It was only $50,000.
And a baby.
Only $50,000.
Hey, Pro Bowl was $2 million.
Do we get the money back, though?
We get more money.
No,
No, we don't.
So if you put $50,000 down.
It's kind of like this. It's kind of like this. You want to take people out on a date, and they want to see who the highest bidder is so they can go out with you.
But they get to keep all of the money.
And you have to pay for the date.
So we're playing. So this is like The Bachelor?
So you prepay the date?
You put in a bid to be let go on the date. But it looks good because, you know, WrestleMania is going to be in Tampa
This is
this
not
year.
working,
I'm
Phil.
confused here.
Hold on, Commissioner. So let's get things how it's going to be. This is going to be a moment for us to, one, interact, a little bit more Q&A. Yeah, we love sports. We'll talk about different things that's going on in the world.
Brady ain't going to the
But
Super
we will
Bowl.
be speaking about a lot of things, especially when it comes to local politics here in Orange County specifically, and then we'll branch out. So being that you are one of the elected officials or one of the 6 Orange County commissioners,
That's
then
right.
the mayor,
Number three.
Mr. Jerry Demings. So then you are Commissioner Mayra Uribe of District 3, which spans from the areas of Econolatchee down to Sand Lake and
The airport in downtown
Airport.
Orlando.
So is your face on the wall of the airport too? Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I was just making a joke.
like that joke
Actually,
backfired.
Any Orange County fire station you go into,
Really?
the sheriff's office. Matter of fact, Kevin and I went to Sonny's this week, and like 4 deputies came in, right? And so we
I
were
was like, oh, snap. Let me take off my hoodie.
You made them kiss the ring?
no.
You want these ribs? Mm-hmm.
I saw 4 deputies come in, so I called the manager and I said, hey, I really would like to buy dinner for these 4 deputies. And he said, you know what? It's okay because we already give them free dinner. And I'm like, oh, you're kidding me. He's like, well, I'll just tell them you paid for it. And I'm like, no, don't do that because you took care of them. I said, I'll just pay for their tip. I said, who's their waitress? So I went over and I took care of the waitress and I gave her a big tip. And the guys were like, you look so familiar, you know, because I'm not one to like be like, hey, I'm the commissioner. You don't know me.
I mean,
you don't know me.
We did it the Amway. I mean,
One
we
time.
had to. We had to, though.
We had to. It was
They were going to kick us out.
it was a do you know who I am? It wasn't do you know me? You know me, don't you? So the guys go, one of the older deputies like, you look so familiar. I said, yeah, I'm one of the county commissioners. And I'm like, oh, and they like stood up straight and everything. And I'm like, no.
Did they salute you?
I was like, it's all good. It's all good, guys. Like, I think they just kind of get nervous around me. And they were like, oh, you kind of look like one of the sheriff's wives, one of the deputies' wives, but we weren't sure, but you're on the wall. So they were like, you're on the wall. So I was like, no, it's all good. Enjoy dinner. It's good to see you guys. Be safe. Thanks for keeping our street safe. So it was kind of cool because I'm not one to push my weight around.
Yeah.
But it's nice to recognize folks.
Yeah, it was really cool what the manager over there at the Sonny's does. And it's actually the Sonny's on Orange Blossom Trail. Their address is 7423 South Orange Blossom Trail.
Manager's name is Blake.
I love
And
that
Mr.
Sonny's.
Blake. That Sonny's is awesome.
Yeah.
They just did the renovation of the property, so everything's new there. So not only great food, they have now awesome facilities where you can host a little event.
So is it big? It's bigger now.
It's same size.
Same size. It just looks open, more open.
Yeah, they did
Okay.
an open floor plan, so there's not those dividers that went all the way through like you were going to church or something.
okay.
And they got a really nice salad bar.
Awesome salad bar they made even bigger, nice, clean, up to date look.
You
But-
like the egg rolls?
Yeah, some
Shout out to
Have you had
Southern.
those egg rolls?
No, they have egg rolls.
It's called a Southern egg roll. It's like Chinatown.
Oh, here it comes.
And a
With
fat,
Barbecue.
I'm just saying, it was like Chinatown and a fat Southern grandma just got together and said
Made a baby.
kapow. And then it's like so good. It's like, oh, the best thing in the world. But that's our time to get off the show. I'm out of here. See you guys later.
Bye.
Is that the time?
No.
Oh.
That was the timer to pick up our daughter from dance practice.
Oh,
my
no.
bad. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, always never go away.
So you know what's crazy is that once this episode drops, people are going to get a notification and do a double take on
Right.
their phone.
Oh, we're back.
Like, wait a second.
We're back.
game's back.
Because the last episode we recorded
Was that
we
last?
were at Habitat for Humanity.
Oh,
yeah.
that was the last show. Yeah.
And the last show, the title of the show was Kevin Sutton Show R.I.P. ?
That question mark. That question mark. And so and that was Phil Stradamus like, I can't really say it's over, can I? I'm like, yeah, it's over.
We
He's
had
like,
so many messages from that day.
oh my goodness.
I felt bad. I wanted to go back on the air right away just because I felt
I found
so bad.
out from one of our listeners, Mr. Scott McCullough, that wound up having his daughter on the show many times throughout the years, professional wakeboarder
Taylor.
Taylor McCullough, and he made a comment. It was like, out of all these years, I remember when I first met you, and it was like, who in the hell gave this retard a radio show?
Yeah.
Like, really? That's what you thought?
That's what you thought? Thanks.
And he's like,
Scott.
you know what? You're so passionate. You care about the community. You've made a way to find it humorous to get pro athletes and amateur athletes mixed into the same environment and giving them the opportunity to get the message out about their complete passion or whatever they're involved in and add community to it. So it was like really, I got a lot of messages where it was like, wow, like we didn't really look how we did what we were doing. It was just, I thought that was what we should do.
Yeah.
Like, and I always
And we
thought,
loved
like,
what we did.
you can't have pro athletes if there aren't kids looking up to them. And if you don't have, if you're not a kid looking up to someone, what are you going to strive for?
Yeah,
You know,
right.
it's like you have to have the two.
Yep.
So it was a balance, and it was cool getting to watch his daughter actually
Grow
go
up.
from an amateur athlete to
Young
becoming one of the
teenage girl.
top 10 in the country. So now she's a pro athlete, travels around the world, and now she's working on new things in her life. So it's really cool to see that. And, even Alex Argente, which I always talk about him, watching him compete in local
That's
competitions
the cheese
here.
guy, right?
Yeah.
Cheese.
Here at local competitions at the Orlando skate park as a little kid. And now he's, number one in the world.
Wow.
And now he's the number one pro skateboarder in the country. In the world. Sorry.
Yeah.
Geez, in the
Well, and
world.
I got to tell you, this show, of course, was before I got into public office, but it has since spearheaded my career as an elected official in the sports and entertainment world.
And people always say, man, she speaks so well. Like, I just love listening to you. Where do I know you from? I'm like, from the Kevin Sutton Show. No.
So in November, I did a panel discussion with the vice president of Orlando City Soccer, with Craig Borkin, who's the second number 2 for all the venues, Camping World, Amway, all that,
Yeah.
and with the consultant who was hired to bring FIFA World Cup here in 2026. And it was really funny because they introduced us like blah, 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 blah from Orlando City, blah, 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 blah for a consultant from World Cup, blah, 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 and our county commissioner, Mayra Ruby.
Uh-oh.
But they said...
They saluted you too, didn't they?
No, but they said the most enthusiastic sports elected official in town is what they called me.
That is true.
And that is from my time on this radio show.
Yeah.
So when I got on there, I was the most entertaining because I had a lot to offer.
Good.
And they asked me this one question. They said, what are your standards for what you want to come to, the Amway and the Camping World
What was your answer?
for you? I said, if I like it. And I said, John Cena, you know, I'm still waiting. And literally the head of the venue said, Commissioner, when we get WrestleMania here, we are setting up a one-on-one with John Cena.
If he's there.
You don't think he'll just come by to WrestleMania? Even if he doesn't, I don't need him to wrestle.
He's
I
trying
don't
that
need him
Hollywood
sweaty.
thing really hard, man.
He is Hollywood now.
Like
He is The Rock now.
no, he ain't The Rock. No.
Do you think?
No.
Do you
He's no
think he's,
Jumanji.
do you think he's bigger than The Rock? Let's go back. I know, Phil. Don't get upset.
No,
don't get
no,
The Rock. Phil's doing
no.
The Rock eyebrow. Listen, like let's tweak it a little
But
bit.
crazy.
Let's just
He's
say
got the
years of involvement in Hollywood, right?
Okay.
So you say John Cena, let's give him 5 years.
Okay.
And let's give The Rock 5 years. And the movies that they've both been in that time frame, I think John Cena has been catapulted.
No.
In this,
No.
I'm going to say I see where you're coming from, but I am going to say
but you don't give a damn about my jabroni?
No, I see. It doesn't matter. I see where you're coming from, but I think the only reason why John Cena has that level is because of the success of The Rock.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean,
So
we can't
he's
take that
pig-
away.
So he's
Piggybacking
saying,
off of him.
Had
Yeah.
it not been for The Rock, John Cena could not even get to
That
this.
door would
Exactly.
never been open. So,
Oh, no.
so I mean, just
Yeah.
look at
I'm
The
gonna-
Rock's
hold-
first 5 years.
But hold
Oh,
on.
it's definitely a
I'm
struggle.
going to have to say, though, The Rock is actually, when people talk about Dwayne Johnson, they talk about him as an actor. John Cena
Yeah.
is still the guy, the wrestler who happens to be acting.
It's going to take a little time, but
And,
I
and
think,
don't get me wrong, I am in my Orange County Commission office. I have my autographed
Do you
John
really?
Cena.
Yes.
Oh yeah, never give up, baby.
Really? For
never
real?
give up.
Is it the
Yes.
orange one?
Yeah.
Orange and green
the
one?
blue,
Orange and
one
blue.
with the orange writing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the towel and the hat, and it's in eyes view. So whenever I'm like down, I'm like, look up. I'm like, never give up. That's right, John. I need a little picture of him.
But how
right
can you
there.
see it?
I need a little picture of Cena right there,
You need a picture of a what?
of John Cena right there on it.
I'll tweet him. He'll
Tweet-
never see it.
I should send him a picture of my office with
do
him in
you-
the background.
Do you have a check?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a check mark? You're an official. You should get your check mark.
Do I have a check mark?
That's what I've been working on.
Kevin's working on my check mark.
Yeah, she should have
Yeah,
one
no,
because
she
she's
has-
a government official.
Yeah.
She should get a check mark.
I need a check mark.
Because celebrities only see.
Check mark.
They only
Yeah,
see check
they only
marks.
see
Only
check
see
marks.
check marks.
Let's get my check
It's
mark.
like what's the Cat in the Hat book where you had to have the star on your chest?
I think that was Auschwitz.
No, not
no,
that.
remember you?
Cat in the Hat, man.
You people, some
Dr.
people had
Seuss
stars
books.
and some
The
didn't.
Loraxes.
The Loraxes. Remember, it was like you had to have the star, and there was like
Kevin,
the people that didn't have
give
the
me
stars.
a check so John knows I'm talking about him.
Okay,
Let's work on
I'm
the
working
check.
on it.
Okay,
I'm working
check
on
mark. Check. That's on the list.
Just tweet him every day.
No, I have time.
That's
this
called a
week.
stalker.
I know.
Dude, 366 days of Cena.
But anyways, we did just recently put in the bid. You as a city or as a county, because we want to host WrestleMania here, we are required to get into the bidding process with WrestleMania with the WWE is to put in a deposit of your intent.
Okay, and so like we were talking before,
I don't know if that money comes back, but I do know that the
it's
county
like
as
a
a whole,
deposit. Is it like when you're trying to purchase a house and you put a deposit on it,
Right.
And if it doesn't, if the sale falls through, in escrow,
You lose it.
and then you lose it.
you lose your escrow. But I will say, when WrestleMania came here, the county made over $78 million in revenue.
Oh yeah, no, it's worth. If it goes through, it's worth it.
It's a whole week worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's insane.
Bigger than a Pro Bowl.
So what they were saying
Way
is
bigger than
because
the
they're
Pro
going to
Bowl.
be in Tampa, it has to be
down.
3 or 4 years before we get it again.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, Tampa's
and the
this year,
thing
so they're
is
saying
Tampa
2024.
and Orlando are so close, like in distance. Like if I want to see something, it's like, oh my goodness, it's in Tampa. I'm not going.
Yeah.
Well, did you guys
gonna
know?
happen.
I have just found out the way concerts are is if it's in Tampa, it won't come to Orlando, and if it's in Orlando, it won't go to Tampa. They're that
Because
close.
they're too close.
Yeah. So like JoJo Siwa was here this year and she's going to Tampa next year, so she won't be here. And Justin Bieber's going to Tampa, so he won't be in Orlando. I just learned that now that I'm an expert in public
Wow.
venues. Yeah.
But it's just, but if you say Miami,
Miami's different. So
It's
is
like-
Jacksonville.
okay, I ain't going all the way to Miami. I'll wait till they come in Orlando.
Yeah.
But I think Tampa and Orlando, we should probably do some huge event combined, like a Tampa, Orlando.
Yeah.
Mega.
But same thing with FIFA World Cup. We're bidding on it.
Or Lampa.
And so is Miami. And so is Atlanta.
All
So
in the
we're
bidding.
in competing with Miami and Atlanta. And since Miami's getting the Super Bowl, they're saying Miami has a pretty strong chance of getting World Cup. But we may get a game, but they'll probably get a higher game.
Gotcha.
Plus, the owner, one of the owners of all the FIFA stuff, lives in Miami.
Yeah.
So it's very, you know what? Sports is very political.
Yes, definitely.
And so coming up, I believe it's January 31st, I'm going to be on another panel with the Orlando Business Journal. And the title of the luncheon is called Sports and Entertainment in Central Florida.
Nice.
So I'm one of the panelists. And I'm pretty excited because, again, I'm being recognized for all we've done on this show.
That's so awesome.
Is relating out back to, what my role is in public office.
Wow. Well, speaking of political, I mean, this is an election year for you.
Yes.
You are running again. So what's that term, Kevin? Incumbent? You're an incumbent?
What's that word?
Cucumbers.
Cucumber? You're a cucumber?
Incumbent.
So you're an incumbent. So you're running again for your position as a District 3, Orange County Commissioner. So I want people to sometimes this may be going out to people who don't even know who really we are.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of your views and some of your stances.
Now, hold up, baby. We got to do a little something, pay them bills. We're going to go to a commercial break. But you know what's going on. We are standing on the soapbox with the Kevin Sutton Show. Stay right there, baby. We got that action for you now.
1, 2, 3, 4, banging on a trash can, drumming on a street light, strumming on my banjo. One little voice is calling me, calling me. One little voice is calling me. Knocking on a mailbox, rapping on the pavement, strumming on my banjo. One little voice is calling me, calling me. One little voice is calling me.
Kevin Sutton Show, and we're back on our soapbox. Is brought to you by Cruz and Pasquera, PA, your full service law firm. Give them a call at 407-841-0200, as we call them, our I-4 lawyers. And Mayra Uribe for re-election campaign, Orange County Commission, District 3. That's right, faith, family, and focus. Person who represents all your needs with inclusivity. Paid forward and brought to you by Mayra Uribe for Orange County Commission.
I like her.
Who? Myra?
She said faith, family, and focus. The 3 Fs. I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you have that on a shirt?
Yes.
Yeah. You want a shirt?
Please? Why
Yes.
He said, please.
Yeah, we have shirts. We just got new ones. I was going to say,
I have your old
Kevin,
shirt.
I don't
show
have
it.
my
I know.
shirt on. I
We
went
went
to
out
another
tonight.
event.
Yeah, I have your old shirt. Dominic wears it too.
Really?
Yeah, I give him, he wears it. He wears it all
That's
around.
cute. I showed you that picture.
Yeah. Oh, you did. You did. So we were on the soapbox before talking about
Yeah,
what we're
so
going to get into.
Phil was talking about
Incumbency.
or I call it the cucumber factor.
Yeah, so
Pickler.
you may have a lot of people that are listening to us for the first time because they are interested in what you are going to be providing for the county. And so I wanted you to discuss or kind of break down a couple of your views or a couple of your opinions or a couple of your action plans that you planned on executing for this election season.
One of the greatest things about when I was running for election the last time is we were on the show. We'd
Yes.
come into the studio every night and I would run in from some sort of event or debate or something. And I was really proud because I was running for office because I was representing the district that I was born and raised in. And that honor just even went higher when I won that election and was sworn in with my family by my side, Kevin, Faith, Lincoln, and my childhood priest who swore me in, because it meant that, we were going to be able to work for our community. And this last year has been life-changing. I love all the things that I've learned. I love all the people that I've met. And I love to be able to make an impact and actually help people. And when I say help people, it's everything from helping, get a speed bump or fixing a pothole to literally helping people get food on their table. my role is the spectrum is that high. Just recently this week, the Florida Mall Hotel, who have been really good to me, they happen to change all new pillows and linens and sheets. And they said, Commissioner, where do we donate this stuff to people who need it? So I sent 400 pillows to Oak Ridge High School because they actually have a lot of homeless families. I sent 400 pillows to Colonial High School. I sent another 500 pillows to a homeless camp. And then I sent 1,000 pillows to Servant's Heart, which is an organization that actually helps families. If I weren't in my role and didn't meet these people, I would have never been able to do that. I would have never known. So those are just one of the things. And then something I just recently did, Universal Studios, it was a big thing. They were trying to get $125 million to build this road that is paid for by taxpayers. And I said, no.
Where were they trying to build that?
It's
Redeveloping Kirkman Road.
They're going to extend Kirkman Road. Kirkman ends right in front of Lockheed Martin, and you got to either go in or go, So it's going to go straight because Universal's new Epic is going to be back there. And I just said, you can build the road, but I don't think we should pay for it.
Yeah, I saw that video. You shut it down.
But it went through.
Never mind.
Because there's six people.
There's 7.
And the 6 people and the mayor. See, I don't add the mayor like there's 7 people. There's 6 people, and then the mayor.
Okay.
And
the mayor was a deciding factor because we were 3-3.
Boom, bang, boom.
And
so what does this mean for people living in Orange County? Does that mean more money getting taken out of there? Like, how does that work?
No. In all honesty, it's called a CRA. It's a community redevelopment money. But I don't, it can be spent on housing. It can be spent on fixing all the lights on OBT or crosswalks or whatever. But this one, unfortunately, against my wishes, is going to be spent on Universal's new road.
Yours and Commissioner Emily Bonilla and Commissioner
Gomez Cordero. The 3 of us were no's. But the other 3s were yes, and then the mayor had to decide, and he went for Universal.
Gotcha.
So,
But, that's all things in politics. There's going to be good things. There's going to be bad things. It was actually really controversial. A lot of people complain about, hey, I work at Universal. I'm working full time, and I still can't even pay rent for my apartment.
Or I don't have food.
I have 2 adults living in my house, so we can split the rent.
So when people come with that to you, how do you answer that?
Well, right now we're trying to develop a program to give some assistance to people who obviously first-time buyers, which is Sadowski Fund. And then also, if you're a renter and, you need help, there's a lot of fees. You know this. When you go to rent, they want a deposit, they want an application fee, they want all this stuff. And how do you pull your money together if your check isn't changing? Your check doesn't say, hey, what are you doing this month? Your check is your check. And it's hard for people with families. And we're just in a really difficult housing crisis. And it's not all about availability of housing. It's qualification of housing and being able to keep your house.
Which there were some people online, like me as an administrator of Orange County Political Voice, I like to put that plug in there. But there's a lot of people that said, oh, is this Sadowski Fund that you guys are pushing? Is that going to allow people that are bad renters or habitual bad renters get to be able to get government assistance to move into somebody's place? And that was a huge no. You told me that's not what you guys are trying to do.
Well, the Sadowski Fund is a little bit different. Kevin comes from the state. But when we were talking about,
Martha Sadowski?
No.
No?
No, the Sadowski Fund is completely different. That has nothing to do with it. It's a housing fund that helps people with buying a house.
That's what I thought you said.
No, there's Martha Sadowski.
I was like, oh, wow, she got stuff named after her.
But, we'll be talking more about that along when we go with our podcast the more that we know and all that. But I tell people, get registered to vote.
Yes.
The election is August 18th. And you want to make sure that you have your voter registration. You can register. There's so many ways. It's really easy. And make your voice count. Make your voice count.
Okay, so I still have a couple more questions too because
Martha Sadowski.
I don't know a lot of things.
Yeah, the TV lady.
Yeah, well, come on, I was joking, but so
I'm kidding.
So where can people actually go and find, let's say, your views on things? Is there somewhere that's listed? Is there a website that they can go to?
Yeah. I mean, I have a website, Vote Uribe, that's URIBE.com, and it lists a lot of my information. We're always out and about. We have Facebook page, which our podcast will be pushing on. But there's many ways. And if you want to know more, hit me up on Facebook and, hit me up on the website. I'm happy to talk to you. And if you want to get involved, you want to know more, you really want to be involved in part of the process, we're here.
Okay.
And Kevin makes Kevin's a perfect example. We meet people from all levels of life to make sure they get involved and make sure they vote. That's always it. Vote.
Yes.
So how come this one's in August? Why is it not in November like normal?
Well, actually, there's always a primary election.
Okay.
Most people, unfortunately, don't know that. They always think November, like what you just said.
Yeah.
There's always a primary election.
Just Orange County alone, I think it was like we were looking. It was like 30,000 people voted during the primary
in 2018, but 70,000 people voted in November. In my district, just in my district. We're not talking countywide. So a lot of people don't realize you have to vote in the primary too. So the primary's in August and the general election's in November.
But then there are people that are just like, I'll let everybody else pick who wins to get placed in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And then I'm just going to pick who I want at the end. That's kind of like what happens.
Okay.
The best two teams get to go against each other. And then.
But don't wait till the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah,
Vote in the primary.
Watch the playoffs. It's the playoffs, baby.
So August 18th is the primary. August 18th.
I really like that part right there.
November 3rd is the general.
No, we're not really concerned about that.
Don't wait for the Super Bowl. Starting the playoffs. Are you going to vote? Do you vote, Phil?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I need to get you to move into my district.
I
If it's by one vote,
I always
it's
look
your
for.
fault.
I always look for Batman on the ballot, but it's never there.
that actually gets a lot of votes.
Bruce Wayne.
And actually,
Mickey Mouse.
These nuts was pretty close.
9%.
It was pretty close.
It's so ridiculous.
It was on the presidential.
Yeah, he's telling
People
the truth.
literally went in, fill out the ballot, and wrote D's nuts.
But who is that?
Who?
Yeah, there has to be a
Someone
person.
should change their name to D's nuts.
It's probably Mr. Peanut.
I bet it's him.
He's rubbing his
That
monocle.
that little monocle.
You guys are ridiculous.
Nah, I'm sure of it. But no, I definitely think get involved. If you guys would like to come and volunteer for your Orange County Commissioner for her reelection
volunteer,
campaign.
hang out, we eat, we have fun, we laugh, we stop at Circle K and get Polar Pops.
Polar Pop, brought to you by Circle K. Now we're in that Polar Pop. Those things are great, bruh. Like when you're hot, a Polar Pop is the spot.
Kevin came home with a fritter today. You never know. Fritters, you miss fritters.
So before we leave out of here, one, I like to say I think we should have never left. But
Oh no!
I know I just miss Phil, and it shouldn't be like. But luckily, I do harass him on Facebook, so I do get to interact with him here and there. But what he's been doing is actually really inspirational.
He's growing up right in front of our eyes.
Like stepping out and like really pursuing
His dream.
a vision that he had. I won't even call it a dream. I'll say it's a vision because from the day I met him, he's always been about the podcasting lifestyle and how it's changing in the world.
Guess what, though, guys? It's kind of crazy if you think about it. So your vision, my vision, and now hopefully Kevin's vision are all happening.
All in 2020.
Yeah, but I don't know if Kevin can become a Jedi master in like a year. I mean, you have to go through a lot of training for that.
No, I mean, you know what? Now that we're all like really pursuing our dreams, this is how we need to be back on the show.
Yeah.
Let's do it. How about we're back in 2 weeks?
So before we go, I got
weeks?
some questions for you guys.
They will answer in 2 weeks.
No, I want to answer right now. Phil, and this goes for you as well, Mayra. I'm gonna sit here. This is a little Q&A with Kevin.
Okay.
Or I want
We're
to
ready.
say a
Do we have
little
ding, ding,
K, A, and Q.
ding, ding, ding,
Or
Cake.
Ken,
Too many letters.
Kevin. Not Kevin and Kevin. Maybe I could just spell it all with K's, and it's
I don't think you want to do that.
Deep.
I mean, you might get a huge St. Cloud following.
Kevin's questions and answers all with K's.
All right, go. We have like 2 seconds to answer.
Okay, so here we go. Right.
Ready, Phil? Ready?
So
Ready?
5. Well, that's not for you guys.
Who are you answering? Who's answering? Are these?
You're first.
I'm going to you, Phil.
Oh, okay.
Are you a fan of any sports team? I know Steelers, no, but go ahead.
Packers.
Are you not? No, I don't want your emotional changes.
Packers. I changed in 2015.
Oh my goodness, you need to. Me and your dad need to really talk to you.
Yeah, he hates me.
Mayra, are you a fan of any sports teams? And it doesn't have to be football. It could be whatever. Soccer.
Yeah, soccer Argentina.
Okay. Then I got for you guys, the other one is after a breakup, would you rather be alone or be surrounded by friends and family? Phil.
I would rather be surrounded by friends and family than alone as I cry.
Punk.
That's the truth.
All right. Now, Mayra. After I break up with you. No.
Oh, so you're breaking up with me?
Just got to figure out where she's going to be at. So go ahead. No.
I'd rather be around my children and my friends since
Well, okay.
I'm no longer with you.
All right. Let's rewind this before I was existing. Before I existed.
Since you're not going to be around, I'll hang out with Phil and the kids.
Yeah, we'll do a podcast.
I know. So apparently,
Before I existed, where are we? And obviously, I wasn't talking about Phil's relationship now. I'm just saying, as you as a personality, what do you prefer? If that makes any more sense.
I don't know. Because you know what's funny? The last time I broke up with somebody, I met
Found me.
Kevin within a few days.
I made sure she was feeling all right.
That clip is still out there.
That clip needs to be known.
Seriously, it wasn't even a week before I met Kevin.
Wow.
But I was out with friends.
So out with friends.
So you broke up with The Rock in 2000 at the convention, right?
Ow.
And you were like, you told him you're not going to be anything. Never, Dwayne. Chill.
I need to move on to something better.
Yeah.
And then I met Kevin.
Yeah. See, there you go.
There you go. Look at me now. Look at me now.
Oh my goodness. All right, you guys are nuts. All right, do you have a catchphrase?
The lady's point of view. Phil
Would you-
Stradamus.
Would you say that or faith, family, and focus? Like which person are we saying?
The lady's point of view,
radio
because
show?
if anybody knows me, I have an opinion.
Got you. Very opinionated. Got
Very
you.
opinionated, but I do care. So when I say my lady's point of view, it goes full circle.
Got you.
My podcast doctor slogan is helping you escape podcast purgatory.
I do like that.
I know, but that sounds kind of weird.
Yeah, purgatory is like really bad.
I know.
But it's an ever
What's your
it's a
motto, though?
nonstop
Who
hell.
are you without being in podcasts? Who are
Let
you?
the doctor rub on you.
Oh, okay. That's been my slogan for how long? How long? Come on.
That's how he wanted his wife.
Okay, I got a question. I got a question for Phil. Phil, now that you're like more behind the scenes, don't you miss your okay and your Time Warp Tuesday?
You just do that in
and your
people's show.
Okay, he slips it in.
You know what? I do.
You miss being on the mic.
That like aching like man,
you feel they're
I
about
need
to sink.
talk.
Like I need help right
Hold
now.
on.
Yeah.
I do this, okay? I being a county commissioner and in my role on the county board, and when I go to other cities and I see them, I'm like, you guys are out of order. What are you doing? Oh, say this, do that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you want to, but you can't.
I get it. No, I feel that way. I was just doing a recording today with someone, and they wanted to talk. So, yeah,
All right.
they wanted me to talk, and I was like, oh no.
Do you love your job, Mayra?
Yes. Which one? Being a mom, being a commissioner. Which one?
Whatever you want to go.
Both. I love both.
Gotcha. Dr. Phil.
So, do I love my job? This job,
Yes. This is what I'm talking about. I'm
The
talking
other
about the
two?
new 2020. The new 2020 feel of Dr. Podcast
podcast doctor.
or Podcast Doctor. Same thing.
No, there's
I actually voted on the other name and you said no. I'm just turning it back.
have you Googled it?
I bet it was probably
There's a podcast called Dr. Death.
Okay, that's why.
And it's very popular. They're making it into a movie with Alec Baldwin.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Will The Rock play you?
Well, he's not as bad. He's not
Okay.
as good as Phil.
That's an excuse.
So, but your 2020 job,
Absolutely. Yes.
has it been everything
answered
you
it.
thought? Calm down. Has it been everything that you thought it would be? Because you did seem kind of like, I don't know. What
I
I'm doing.
didn't know how much I was needed.
Preach, brother. Preach.
I didn't know how much I was needed because I wanted to have a soft opening, and then I had people like you and Allison and then Lucia saying, "No, do it now." Like I wanted to take it slow.
You got to rip the
And
Band-Aid
then
off.
I just started to put a couple things on it, and boom, I'm like,
Kevin, do you hear this? You've got 2 testimonies in front of you. Rip
I've already-
the Band-Aid off.
I have to complete people's job. I can't just be like, peace, lady. And she's like, well, my walls are still not painted.
Rip it. Rip
Like,
it.
I don't give a damn about your
He's
house,
already
lady.
delayed. Today's is the 11th, so
Yeah.
he's due.
Okay. Do you prefer the people shoot straight with you? Or do you feel like you want them to temper down with their words? Like, just like ease it down. Like,
I mean, it depends on what the conversation's about. I mean,
Straightforward.
I like stuff coming out
Straight from the hip.
straightforward. Yeah,
Phil, I think you're awesome,
but I am a
but your
sensitive.
breath smell like booty hole.
I am a sensitive guy. I'll tell the truth. I'm a sensitive guy.
Oh, so that would hurt
So,
your feelings.
I mean, not coming from you, but I mean, I am a sensitive guy, but I do like being told straightforward because sometimes I do need to hear stuff like
Okay.
that. You know what I'm saying?
We've had some deep talks.
yeah.
I enjoy our talks, especially after my father's passing away. Sometimes when we get to just go back and forth, and it's just like, love you, man, love you too. And it's like, it's never always a bunch, or I'll send you some silly gift. But it's like, I think we do need that connection of deep friends. So like, there's friends, then there's family, and then there's people that really understand you. And I think when you have that circle,
Family.
and I think there was something that like pulled like the dad card with me, because I mean, I'm not that much older than you, but we're definitely, I'm 41 and you're what,
33.
33. So you're like a little brother to me. I'll give that. But some anus was talking stuff about the podcast doctor. I mean the doctor podcast and
Podcast doctor.
podcast doctor. I swear I voted for what should be right. But
He what?
he literally was talking junk, like, "Oh, Phil's a retard. He doesn't need this show."
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't get you involved because
I would have.
I had Kevin and Allison came through.
So like this guy, but
Did you
I
cry?
No, he just literally. I mean,
He's just
Phil,
a hater.
he's so positive. So he like took the negative. He made a little clip from the guy's stuff that he sent and the nonsense, flipped it around, and it turned into a positive movement for Phil and some pats on his back. And people were like, "Phil, you're great. You're awesome." Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
this guy called my number.
I wanted to go to the guy's house and just punch him in the face, because sometimes people need that. And we as people still have to remember, regardless if it's social media or not, you
still
still affect people's life. You still have a say-so in what they do day to day. And it doesn't mean that you change it for a positive or a negative, but just be respectful of what you will do to someone. He doesn't know if Phil could have been on the verge of like, suicide or whatever. And he just like went at him all crazy. But I mean, Allison is awesome and I love her. And
But that happens to me.
Yeah, but
I was talking. I forgot about that guy. I was talking about the person who he had on the show.
oh,
Was
Lord.
talking crap on my
Yeah.
Facebook page.
No, but I have this happen to me. People talk and treat me like I'm not even a human being sometimes. And it is hurtful. And one of the things I've learned is I call it every day is a test of my resilience.
Yeah.
Because it's like being in my role, this is the only bad thing, is that it's personal because it's me, right? But people talk about me and talk to me like I'm not a person. But they won't say it to my face. They will literally see me in public and shake my hand and say, hello, it's good to see you.
yeah. I mean,
So their weakness is to use social media or use some other means or call me the commissioner of District 3. I know they're talking about me. There's no other commissioner of District 3.
yeah.
But they're so judgmental. They don't know the truth. They like to misrepresent me. They try to say things that aren't true. I had somebody say something that I said that I never even said it.
Oh, that you were for
Transportation,
for the
increasing
transportation
taxes and all this
increase.
stuff. And I've
Tax,
never
and, like,
said that. So, but I
Well,
can't.
legally she can't. So when did she say this? Because it would have been breaking the law. It's still
it-
up for vote. So
Yeah.
you can't talk about it.
But then lastly, it's like, let me be me. Come to me, ask me a question, clarify, and quit judging me and talking about me in that way.
It's fine. I mean, people know you have a child.
Yeah. All right. So Myra's going to slip on over and do some baby duties.
Is Myra going to let you go on that guy's trip with us?
Which one?
Did you forget?
I don't know.
Me, you, Kevin. Me, you, Dave, Nick, and George.
Where are we going, though?
Either Japan or Bahamas or someplace.
Japan?
Yeah.
What in the teriyaki suki?
Well, Nick and George.
Yeah, he wants to do.
That's the.
I think we should do something.
Yeah.
I know we did talk about something. What's up, little man?
Yeah.
Then this question right here: have you ever won a trophy or an award? And the other side is, was it for?
I used to be a sports protege, like it or not. I was a baseball star up until high school.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? I did not know that.
Yeah, dude. I wore number 35 because I wanted to be Frank Thomas.
And Frank Thomas,
Big Hurt. So I was a huge baseball fan, and that time in baseball was when baseball was baseball.
When baseball
steroid era. Come on, don't lie, Kevin. You know how exciting baseball was in 1998, 1999, 2000. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
When you had Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire going
Mark
back and
McGwire
forth.
went from like a wet whistle to like Incredible Hulk. You knew something wasn't right.
Well, don't
Like,
make him angry.
you had a whole career as a skinny dude.
He got big after
And
he
then-
left Oakland.
And then all of a sudden you're like a whole nother person.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah.
But yeah, I was a baseball star, so I had trophies
wow.
out the wazoo, man. I had
And you
trophies
think
all
you
the
know
time.
someone. I'm a little hurt right now.
Well, I thought you knew that I played sports. I played baseball.
I didn't know that.
No. That's not coming to. It's probably deep in the mind zone. It's probably deep in the mind zone.
And that's one thing that I want to give shout to my dad because he was there every single game. Every game I ever played
Really?
in, he was there.
That's awesome. My mom was at all my games.
And he worked, and my dad worked, 12-hour shifts, and he still was there to coach the team and did all that stuff. So I give him props for that. He was,
We did that for Faith.
yeah.
And my mom did it for me. And I'm grateful for it because it made, it used to make me so proud to see my mom out there.
Yeah.
So
So, Myra, any trophies or awards, whether politically or sports wise? I mean, sports would go really far back.
yeah,
But-
playing softball and then also volleyball were my big things. But I was never very sports inclined. I was not.
So, political awards that you've maybe won?
I've won a lot of political awards, but I don't know. Like I'm not really big on awards. I've
did-
had a lot of plaques and things like that.
Okay, so
I am going to be in a chili cook-off January 18th.
Oh my goodness, the chili
and they're
cook-off?
giving a 6-foot trophy. So if you can come out, try our chili, love it, I can go home with a big trophy.
Well, I don't know if you guys heard this, but we won an award, right? You guys
What?
know that?
What award?
What award? The garbage speakers. Oh my goodness.
Winner of the prestigious International North American Florida Sports Radio Award.
One is always crazy.
Yeah. I just made that up.
Oh my goodness.
I remember those
That
days.
was horrible.
That's your friend in the UK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Phil number 2.
what I will say, being that I was asking the questions, I will not get involved and talk about my winnings and martial arts and wakeboarding.
I won a reading award.
But is that okay? Well, the reading award, is
And
that
it
why
inspired me to do a reading program for kids in my district.
That reminds me too. I won an award for Universal. I won the Bravo
For the
award.
Kirkman Road extension?
No, I'm the one who said yes. No, so employees at Universal, they have their own award thing, and so they give your supervisors nominate each person from a department, and then those people get put in a pool, and then
You go swimming?
No,
Not that type of pool.
and then corporate picks one person to win an award. So I won
Oh, wow.
a Bravo award back when I worked at Universal. So I got my own parking spot, a whole bunch of extra money.
For how
they gave
long?
me.
Like a month?
A little bit longer than that, yeah.
What was it for? Did you like help
Just being outstanding.
customer?
Just being outstanding person. Like,
Awesome.
for my-
Just being outstanding.
Just being Phil.
Just
It's in the
being
name.
Phil, I know. I did win an award for top sales.
Oh, when you were at AT&T?
AT&T. Yep, I won a trip. They put that was the coolest thing. They put a map of the world in front of me and said, "Where do you want to go?" And they said, "You go anywhere in the world." And I went to Argentina
you know what I would say? To sleep.
to sleep.
So I want to thank you guys for listening. I appreciate everybody. Appreciate all the responses and all the, hey, why you guys ain't doing this? No,
So are we back?
We're back.
I think we're
2
just
weeks.
we're just on a soapbox.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
I'll see you guys on the 25th after I win my chili award.
Are you making chili?
Yep.
Yes.
What do you can't talk about it, can you?
Yeah.
What chili are you making?
Well, I can't tell you the
Well,
ingredients.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
What do you,
No.
Oh no, she can't. She can't talk about that.
It's gonna. Let's just put it like this. Got
Monkey.
brisket.
But you and the
Mayor of Belle Isle,
Nick Forker.
Nick Foraker, and the mayor of Edgewood, Dallas, Mayor John Dallas, and I are. This is our chili name. So political, chilitical, the chilitical team.
the Chalitical.
team. We should have our own podcast.
trademark that?
Chilitical.
Isn't that? Am I not a genius, bro?
You came up with that?
Yes.
Did
I'm
within
like
2 seconds.
chili is about the mixture, the spices, the seasonings. Republican, Democrat, throw it all together in a pot, and then you got
Our Dean.
Chalitical.
That is pretty dope.
All right, so I hope we win. Come on out to Fish on Fire Saturday, January 18th. Vote for us so I can take home the trophy.
Now, why do you? Now it's the three of you guys. Why do you get the trophy?
Because they don't have real.
We don't care about your feelings. Love you guys. Keep on doing what you do. It is the Kevin Sutton Show, and we're on a soapbox. And my man, Dr. Phil, my girl Mayra with the
Hey,
latest point of view.
where's your own
And
K?
hey, Phil,
Yeah.
how can people get some help so they can do their own podcast?
So if you want to start a podcast, you're interested in starting a podcast, or if you already have a podcast and you
That
need a little
need
help,
cleaned up.
you can contact me at itsthepodcastdoctor.com.
I love it. It's the podcastdoctor.com.
And you can get a hold of me at voteuribi.com if you want.
And you
keep
can
your
get a hold of
commission.
me at kevinsuttshow.com. I really don't use it that much anymore, but it'll be back in action. But you can hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and user all in the same username, Kevin Sutton Show. All action all the time. I got that for you, and I'm just gonna
Kevin
add
Sutton
on
Show.
the soapbox. Peace.
Kevin Sutton Show live, we back again. In the studio now, ESPN, Phil Bird with the swagger, the boss and the pro, bringing the knowledge in is real when he's knowledge on shows. Mayra for the ladies, the appeal to the mic, always dropping all the facts that you hearing tonight. Kevin Sutton with the humor, sarcastic, got a question, just ask it. The Kevin Sutton Show got it mastered. The Kevin Sutton Show, live, we back again. Orlando, ESPN, we live, let's get it in. We here now. The Kevin Sutton Show.